School districts across the state have been reassessing their opening plans for the fall. 23 ABC's Daniela Garrido joining us live this morning with more on what the state superintendent had to say about those decisions. Daniela?
Good morning. Well, the summer flew by for school districts, and in a turn of events from May, now we are only a month away from classes starting in August, and many of them are shifting toward distance learning, at least for the time being. So the state superintendent of public instruction says he's supporting this decision.
We talk about the three pillars that I think are important for us during this pandemic. One is to follow safety, health guidance, and science guidance on how to safely reopen schools. And if it's not safe to do so, then schools should not reopen in a way that would put students or staff in harm's way.
This week, the Bakersfield City School District and the Kern High School District decided on distance learning for the first quarter of the fall semester. State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tony Thurmond supported this decision as COVID-19 cases continue to rise across the state.
I do think that if school had to open tomorrow, most of our districts would open in distance learning. And that is a decision that I think is a good decision if conditions don't change. Right.
The disputed decision comes only a month before classes are set to start in August, raising concerns for students, parents, and especially teachers.
I appreciate the concerns raised by teachers to say, let's make sure that we get this right, that we cannot guess. We have to follow facts and the data that we know to be true. And any place where there's uncertainty, we should proceed with caution. In many cases, that's going to mean opening and distance learning until we have more information.
The state says they plan to provide additional training for teachers worried about the quality of education from a distance.
If our schools open in distance learning, they will be aided by additional kinds of guidance that the California Department of Education will provide that speaks to standards around distance learning.
Now, while most of our local school districts have decided to move forward with distance learning or some form of hybrid distance learning, many of our local school districts are still left to make that decision. So, of course, we'll continue to update you as those decisions are made. For now, we're live in Bakersfield. I'm Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Thanks, Daniela. And the Fairfax